Capacity crowds have jam-packed KDC Show Presley Stadium all weekend long to see this battle between two of the titans of college softball, the 7th-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide and the top-ranked Florida Gators. We will decide this series today because of a couple great games we saw on Friday and Saturday. Let's start Friday night. Game 1, Florida trailing, Kirstie Merritt ties it with a solo shot, but then Sydney Booker, the transfer, comes in with a big game-winning double to score Andrea Hawkins. Then Alexis Osorio in relief strikes out Nicole DeWitt. Alabama takes game 1, 2-1. Then yesterday afternoon, through the rain, these two teams battled, and Amanda Lorenz battled that pitch from Osorio all the way to the fence. It scored Merritt. Florida took a lead, but then Alabama answered back. Reagan Dykes with a 2-run homer. The Tide would try and add a little more later that inning, but look at this beautiful relay from Florida into Aubrey Monroe to apply the tag, and then her senior classmate Taylor Schwartz ties the game up with her second homer of the year, and then ultimately Florida gets the game-winning hit from the sophomore Kaylee Kvistad, scoring Kelsey Stewart with a wonderful slide in from third, just past the tag from Dykes, and Taylor Schwartz, who had the home run, gets the final out of the game. Florida wins it 3-2. So that sets the stage for game 3. Adam Schick, Megan Bush with you. And Megan, as we just saw, 2 one-run games, the margin for error with these teams is very, very small.
Yeah, we've seen some special moments in softball here over the weekend. We've seen great pitching at points. We've seen great defense. We've seen some timely hitting. So it's going to be all about who can play under that pressure and come away with some bigger moments.
And we've seen some really, really good pitching, specifically on Friday from Sydney Littlejohn. She will get the ball again today. What is she going to try and do against the Gators the second time around?
Well, Littlejohn did a great job the first 3 innings, only allowed 1 base runner throughout those, and then gave up the home run to Kirstie Merritt in the 4th. So she's going to have to be able to pitch through some pressure situations because the Gators are looking to get out there and swing the bat a little bit more against her when she throws up in the zone.
Payoff to Fuller. Lines it to dead center field. It's gone! Just snuck over the fence, and it's a walk-off on senior weekend for Taylor Fuller. 9-0 is the final for Florida. Here's Nicole Schroeder, swings away. Voss goes the short route for 1. They'll try and turn it, and they will turn it. It's a double play for one of the best teams in the nation at doing just that. 26 times this year they have turned 2, and the defense leads Florida to the plate in the bottom of the 1st right after this.
So that's almost a walk per inning pitched.
Kvistad tags that to center. Crisco looks like she's going to have room for it, but then misjudged it. And now everybody's moving. Stewart is racing into the plate. There won't be a throw. And Florida takes a 1-0 lead on a bizarre ball to center field that Crisco must have lost in the sun.
She really has been a tough out at the bottom of the lineup, and that's why she moved up from 8 to 6 here today.
And the beauty of this sport is that you can never really see these games coming. A week ago, she went 1 for 5 against Missouri, but now she's the star, and she may have just become a bigger one, sends one to the fence. Lorenz plays it on a hop, flying around third, and scoring is Bobo. Booker strikes again, 3-0 Alabama.
Castro came in hitting just 118 in the SEC. Today will certainly help her. That'll help her as well, and that is the ball game. Castro leaves for the 2nd time tonight. It's a run rule victory in 6 for Florida, 10-2.
Now a full count on Ocasio. And that's what we're talking about right there for Ocasio. Drives that one to a gap. How long is she going to be able to run? She is thinking 3. Here comes the cut, and she is safe with a triple. First career 3-bagger for Ocasio, who has achieved first in a lot of categories here in the last week.
I was just about to say that her career is looking better and better almost every single game.
And hits that one hard. Fuller smothers it, finds it, and then just makes the play. The hot corner was warm there, but Fuller able to handle the heat. Kvistad has been outstanding with runners in scoring position. 432 on the season. And ahead in the count here against Trahan. 3-1.
I can't imagine Trahan lasting very long if she can't find a way to get ahead of these batters. If she keeps falling into 3-ball counts and having to force her into the strike zone in a hitter's count, she's going to run into some big swingers here.
Good hitter's count, and Kvistad nearly delivers. That's just foul into the corner. Little too quick on the hands. Otherwise, Florida would have had a 3-run lead.
Coach Walton says if you're going to swing 3-1, you better not miss and you better not get cheated. And that definitely was not a swing that was cheated. She went all out for that one, hands inside the ball, but then her bat head turned over a little too quickly.
Coming off a massive weekend, went 6 for 9 against Ole Miss with 2 homers, 5 RBI. Another payoff, and it's hammered to right. Going back is Terrio, and Florida leads 4-0. Kvistad sends it into the trees.
Trahan got herself into trouble early, 3-1 count. Kvistad had a good foul swing off her on that inside corner. Not only did Trahan decide to come back in, but she decided to come back up, and that was right in Kvistad's wheelhouse.
That is the team-leading 8th homer of the year for Kvistad. Now 45 RBI, and you mentioned not getting cheated, Megan. Didn't get cheated on that one.
Those hands so quiet. They stay on the same level the whole time, and that was the problem for Trahan, is that because Kvistad's hands started high, they stayed high, and that pitch was high. Everything leveled out perfectly for that beautiful home run swing.
Tim Walton just got tossed, and he is incensed. We have not seen Tim Walton go off like this in a long time. And Megan, this could be about a lot of different things, not just this call that went against him.
You know, what this also does is it pumps people up. They like to see when he gets emphatic about plays. He likes to see when Coach Walton is in a game and he's trying to get his team to step up right now. He's stepping up for them. He's defending them, and he wants his team to take his energy and put it on the field as he has to leave the field. Now,
as you watch Tim Walton leave, it was almost when he crossed past the dugout like an actor leaving the stage. There was a lot of theatricality going into that. He wanted his team to see him and feed off that emotion. And as soon as he got out of sight, he went back to being cool and calm. Lorenz given second life here, riding an 8-game hitting streak. 2-2.
Nice job by Hires there to keep that ball in front, because we've seen a few more wild pitches today than we have had yesterday, especially with the number that she's had throughout the season, and Hires having to work extra hard to drop early.
And that bouncer heads over the head of Russell. 1 run scores in Wheaton. Here comes Alex Voss. She will score as well. Amanda Lorenz adds a couple RBI to her total. 44 on the year, and the Gators lead at 7-0.
That ball was not her best hit ball, but she did just enough, and that's what a 2-strike hit looks like. That is the prime example of shortening up and keeping it simple, especially with the infield playing back. That was really difficult for her to get that over the head of Russell. And then Coach Walton sending Voss, testing the arm of Crisco in left field, and good job at that too, because that throw pulled Hires up the line. No opportunity for a play at the plate.
With the change that Tim Walton made, it brings Alicia Ocasio into the DP spot instead of Kaylee Kvistad. So here's a chance for the sophomore to end her 2nd game this week. And that defining blow against Florida State and a walk-off homer. And the game-ending run is standing on second base in the form of Kelsey Stewart.
He actually could have stuck with Kvistad, I believe, since Ocasio came in the DH spot. They could have swapped Kvistad right back in the spot, but he's going to give the chance to his sophomore who's been really hot lately.
And she'll take advantage of it. Drives it up the middle. Here comes Kelsey Stewart. She owns the runs record for her career, and she ends this game by crossing the plate head first. And it's an 8-0 run rule victory for Florida in walk-off fashion. And in the process, Kelly Barnhill is delivered her first career no-hitter. One day after the Gators got a 16-0 no-hitter victory in Game 1, the Bulldogs made it a much closer affair, but Florida still prevailed 6-3 today to take the series. Adam Schick and Megan Bush with you here in Gainesville. And Megan, this was a totally different approach from Mississippi State today. Van Studeman said after the game, there is no memory for the game. It just starts anew and you see what happens. They came out with more fire today, and they took it to Florida early on.
Yeah, they definitely put up a big fight in inning number 1. That set the tone for the game.